Hello, true art believers, and welcome to tonight's live art stream. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world / most prolific. Anyways, we're doing another Pokemon request. We're gonna start a new one called Piplup, which is like a penguin-based Pokemon, and we're just gonna see what happens. Don't really know where I'm gonna go with it, but we're gonna use some of the sources that I have and I'm gonna kind of create my own iteration of one. So let's begin drawing one, I guess, right? And I hope you are doing well today. So let's do a few things. Let's see, we're gonna get we're gonna use the blue color. We got a little blue here. There we go. That's what we want. And we're going to do yep, hard edge brush. And we're gonna move this down. And we're just gonna start, we're just gonna start at it, right? We'll see what happens. And let's start it doing now. So here's oh wow. Let's just kind of we're just gonna kind of play around here. Unfortunately, when I'm doing these characters that I haven't really had any experience drawing, it's like, hey, draw this thing that you don't really have any experience. So it looks like he has a we're I'm trying to what I'm trying to avoid is this like what would you call it? Where I'm just copying the character or copying an image of one of these like resources, like using the source material. So I'm trying to avoid that, but like this one's so simple, he's difficult. Like he's got all these easy little parts here. He's got these very cutesy eyes. And one thing I'm not really known for is like really like doing cutesy things. I've never been, I don't know, I just struggle at it. Um, I just struggle doing these like cutesy figures, you know? And so we'll see what happens. I'm going to look at more sources, just to kind of get an idea of what I want to do. So they're they're really they're all kind of very simple in approach here. Let's see here. We got this kind of what'd you call it? Like there you go. And he's got this. I don't know what this is. This like it's this there. It's this little like eye shape thing here. And just kind of playing around with it and then hope for the best. I hate to say that. I really do want to hope for the best here. So I'm kind of right now, I'm just kind of mixing different versions of the character to see what kind of works for me, and then trying to make it more of my own, right? And that's going to be a challenge for me. I doing these like characters, I have a hard time like just making it my own, right? And so that's what I'm going to have to figure out how to do. I'll have to play around with it here. Okay. Now, after looking at other versions of Piplup here, I'm getting to see kind of like get like an understanding of like what the shape of this character is. I'm just kind of getting an understanding of it. a little bit. It's like this. I feel like this thing that I'm drawing here, like these little like areas right here. I feel like they're almost like a cape. They feel like it's a cape. All right, so since it's kind of like a cape, I don't know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something with it. Let's see here. And let's see. And this is what the challenging part is like determining the what is the shape of this character. And so, I'm just kind of playing around and then working with it. So after I'm looking at different examples of it. Okay. Now we're just gonna kind of maybe what if I just hmm. And so this is what I'm doing, just kind of playing around. I don't know. We might get farther on it. I don't know. It's going to take me a little bit. This one's got like this simplicity to it that it's just like, hey, what do I do? All right, maybe I saw an example. There you go. Kind of do something like this, and he's got these little bitty feet here. I guess interesting. They're like they're almost like ovals, really. And I might even need to make the eyes bigger and a little bit more rounded. I don't know. And let's see here. What are we gonna do with you? Ah, yes. I feel like I'm making his head too small. So we're going to really make his head bigger. And maybe what I'm missing is the body. His head is bigger than his body by a lot. And so that's what's throwing me off. So maybe, yeah, his body is as big as his head or a little bit smaller. So it's thing about these like characters is like these Pokemon characters in any cartoon, like what's really interesting about them is there's like this simplicity to them, but they're really hard to do, if that makes any sense. So like I have to after further reviewing a lot of these like this character, I have to like look at him, look at this Piplup character, Piplup, and kind of review what is like its structure, what's its scale, and it looks to me like the body itself is really tiny in relation to the actual figure or the actual like character. And so, oopsie daisy, things popping in and out. And so that's what I'm struggling with. I don't know, it's going to turn out. We'll scale them up. We'll scale them up when we get a chance. But I'm just looking at different examples and just trying to see what I want to do with it. Like, what is that tail thing that he has? Is it like a? Is it? It feels. I don't know. I have to see. It's like a. I feel like it's a cape almost. And do I draw it when I have like a face forward? Oh, we'll just draw like part of it or something. And I don't know, like I don't know, like what am I supposed to be doing with this character? Like, how is he supposed to be standing? And I don't know, man. This is all new to me. I really do think I need to make his eyes bigger, though. Oh yeah, like like they need to go like something like that. I think they're like the height of this area and part of his beak, and so that's what I'm going to be working on. I don't know. We're gonna just kind of play around here. I'm never really good at this type of stuff, So I'm always like, what am I drawing here? Like, is this like a? I really don't know what that thing is behind him. I really don't like. It's like a, it's like a giant cape type thingy, you know. And that's what I'm struggling with it right now. I was like, is this a cape? What's going on here, man? Who knows? Who knows what it is? But I'm not gonna spend too much longer on this. So we're gonna kind of do something like this. I think maybe I'll bring these down here and like I'm trying to think whether or not I want to show that side thing that is on him a little bit. I don't know. Well, and we're gonna make them larger, something like that, and then we're going to tighten them up a little bit more and see what we can do with the drawing. Really. So I'm looking at it and I'm learning a little bit more as I'm looking at the Piplup character and observing where things are going, and I kind of see where I'm going wrong with them at the moment. So there's right here the there we go, something like that. And then we need to erase this. And let's see here. Let's just do like a happy thing, like he's smiling, and then something like that maybe. And we can put one of his legs up, I guess. Like if we were to take the like this and erase the bottom, and if we were to kind of put one leg up like this. If they're like legs. It feels kind of like they're I don't know, we could do something like that. Oh gosh. This stuff is difficult to do. It's so because it's so simple, it's difficult. Um and I'm gonna have to go through a few iterations here, like, or maybe who knows? Like, let's redraw it, and then on the redraw, we'll tighten it up, and then see where we want to go with it more. I think I want to have it like he's happy, because there's a lot of him, a lot of images of him like happy. So maybe I have the like his feet. I don't know, I want him to look like he's. I don't know. I really don't know. I hate saying that. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. And really, it is like that's what it boils down to. Is like I don't know what I'm doing. Or maybe we can because I want it to. I want this to honor the character, and I want it to feel like the character, but I don't want to be copying all the images that I see of this character on online. And you could, because otherwise you can find a million and one of these character, like of this character, a million images of one, but they're all like the same. They're all, maybe he's like jumping. Right, maybe he's jumping a little bit, and then maybe I'll show a little bit of the blue head here. And this is where you have to kind of do the drawing more than once, and kind of tighten it up and change it up a bit each time, in order to kind of like understand the character. Like, notice I went from one iteration to the other, and I'm just trying to kind of like figure out what this character like is in like a simple structure, you know, just trying to figure that out before I kind of just pulled the trigger and to say, hey, this is it. Um, and as I said, I'm not really like a cartoonist. I'm just a person that kind of does things. And so I'm just trying to figure out like how can I make this feel like the character that I'm drawing, or how can I make this um, have that feeling, that image of, I don't know, like of this character. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to learn. So I have to look at different source material, and we just kind of have to not wing it, but definitely get a new understanding of how this character is drawn. Um, and that's what I'm doing. So I'm just looking at different iterations of this character and just trying to figure out what one I want to kind of incorporate into my drawing. essentially. And yeah, just trying to figure it out, play around with it, and then maybe I'll come up with something. Maybe I won't. Like, I don't know if I like this. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't. But then again, the cartoons make me weird because I like to know. I like to know like anatomy, and sometimes I feel like these characters don't really have anatomy. There's like, uh, well, they don't. Obviously, they're just like okay. They're just these. They're they can their movements are very malleable, and so that to me has always been like what's going on here. Like, is there any structure to these characters other than they can just move their arms wherever they want to whenever they need to, you know? I don't know, we'll see. And maybe and something like this, maybe that will do. And then he's got the what is that thing that whatever it is, it's there. The like his little backpack. It looks like a backpack. I think the reason why I don't know what it is because I don't see very many images of the back side of it. I just see like the quarter view of it, and I'm like, what is that thing? And you're just kind of stuck guessing what that thing is behind his back. You know, is it like who knows? Who knows what it is? And then some of these are like circles, sometimes they're ovals. They can't decide what they are. Sometimes his feet are big, sometimes they're small. You know, it's all like just it's all up in the air here. And so, and there's one with a bow tie. No, this could be it. This could be it. I'm gonna look at some more. Notice how I keep changing them. You know, I just want to make sure that I'm giving the character due consideration. All right, I think I'm always maybe some of the images of him have pointed hands, and some don't. So maybe I'll do like a little S curve type thing here, and we'll give him his little bitty or maybe I'll have his other arm go up as well. I don't know what I like better, up his arm up or down. Maybe that's kind of better. Like it's like a giant U. He's like jumping, like hey you, or yow. Maybe that might be it. Maybe I might do that. All right, maybe I'll do that and see what happens. It looks more like it would. It looks more like that, anyways. Like he's jumping up with his arms kind of curving. like that. And that could be something I could consider doing. And then I can show the that thingy, whatever it is. I don't even know what that is, but it's there. And I think that this could be it. This could be a good one. I don't know. Let's shrink it down and let's dilute it some more. Yeah, so this is what I do. I just kind of fiddle around with it until I get it to what I want it to look like. Again, it's always kind of like this, just kind of tweaking it, and that's what happens when you're doing a character that you don't really know anything about, right? And you can only use what you have available to you. So, like, I'm looking at variations of this character, and they all have like don't know. I like the I know I keep saying I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, but like they all have big heads, small bodies, and I've noticed that this I keep making his head, his body smaller, his body bigger and bigger. So I might need to actually shrink his like increase his head because I really like it does feel like his head is as big as his body. Ah, yeah, his head is as big as his body. And I could also make the argument that his body is almost it's almost like a so we'll do something like that and we'll make his head big. We'll keep his head this size. I hate doing this where I have to constantly just readjust the character. I really do. But I'm trying to kind of find a good happy medium that makes it work. So like I think I got the head down pretty good. But like the body is where I need to be really focusing. Like I really need to focus on the body and get that down. Um, so that's what I'm going to be kind of doing is getting that his body really so I understand it, you know. And I think the third time's the charm. I really do. I think this one's going to be where it's at. Maybe. Yeah, so the goal is to just to kind of get to the point where you understand the character, um, and you're able to kind of really draw him very easily, or at least easier. So as you can see, each time I'm doing it, I'm getting a little bit closer, a little bit better. But unfortunately, that's time for the day. It's I got to get going, but it's I'm gonna work on this next Friday, and hopefully I'll have a little bit more hours under my belt to really kind of dive into this. So it's day 329, P21. And that is it for the day. I just want to do a quick just like basically get this drawing started. And this is what it's like whenever you're doing something you don't understand and you don't know. you have to draw it multiple times to really start getting really understanding the figure that character. Um, as I said, I didn't want to copy the photos that I'm seeing. I didn't want to be like, oh, let's copy this because I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to take some of the information from the photos, the source materials, references that I'm using, and make a different version of it. Something that I can understand more fully. And so basically, I mean, you can make the argument that I am kind of basically taking one like the beak of this Piplup and then taking the feet of another image of Piplup and kind of putting them together. But doing that, you kind of get the sense of the three dimensionality of the character more so than just copying a direct verbatim image. And I'm not trying to do that because I don't want to do that, and I'm not going to learn anything from that. Um, Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Pierson here. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. Cheers.